usually be longer than what you're asking for. Now, when it comes to delivering your baby, just trigger warning in case you have had a birth trauma. From my clinical experience, this is the component of birth that often women feel they are not respected or listened to. So this is the moment of birth where you really need to discuss with your birth team your wishes. The use of fingers or assisting the birth in any way. As I said, sometimes there's an emergency where they need to get the baby out, but you're always, and you can get your spouse or your partner to feel empowered with this as well, to say, wait a minute, do we absolutely need to do this? Okay, so often medical teams, they're not going to let your baby get to a point of distress where it's like an absolute necessity, at least from my understanding. But again, you want to talk to your midwives and your OBs about this. At what point clinically did they make the decision that they're going to use a vacuum assist? Do they use forceps assist, like the OBGYN on call? You can ask them that, or have your partner ask them that, because for me, I wanted to avoid instrumentation at all costs because of, as a pelvic physio, the use of instrumentation, the recovery process is so much longer. Like, I would almost prefer to have a cesarean than an instrumentation birth, but that's my own comfort level. Someone else might prefer instrumentation over a cesarean, and that's okay. So having these conversations is really important before, because when you're crowning and about to meet your baby, that's a really difficult time, especially if you're not having any pain medication, to kind of stop the bus. Fortunately for me, for example, my midwife was has an angry bear. So, for example, for me, when I was crowning, I had a conversation with my midwife about stretching my perineum during crowning, and I was comfortable with her doing that. But in the moment, I didn't want her to. I trusted my body, and I knew that that's not what I wanted. So I think I yelled at her to stop. And because we had those conversations about consent, she knew that if I said that, I meant it. So I think a lot of it is just putting your boundaries out there with your birth team and feeling confident in those boundaries. This is your body. It's nobody else's. This is your birth. It's nobody else's. And as I said, it's only in rare circumstances that they're absolutely going to need to intervene. So I hope you find this helpful. Stay empowered. This is your birth. This is your body. I think if we can be more empowered, we're going to have a lot less women that are feeling really raw and traumatized after their births. And I know, at least for me, with my first birth, I had a beautiful, healthy baby, but my body was not respected during my birth. And a lot of things happened to me that I really wasn't okay with. And that was because I felt I didn't have the power to really stand my ground and know what I wanted and what I didn't. So take care and feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to discuss this. You can follow me on Instagram. Pelvic Physio Mom is my handle, or on YouTube. I'm hoping to make more YouTube videos, but it's kind of hard to do. Take care.